voice is now silent, Donnie said through tears. But he's still teaching us. And with faith. Family members describe the last days as sacred. Jimmy no longer speaks, but he occasionally hums gospel hymns. He no longer walks, but he still clutches his worn-out Bible when nurses place it in his hands. It is clear that while the body weakens, the spirit remains anchored in the Lord. As news of Jimmy Swaggart's condition spread, millions of followers around the world flooded social media with prayers, tributes, and memories. Jimmy saved my marriage in 1992 with his sermons. I found Jesus watching him cry on TV. He gave me hope when I had nothing. I'm not ready for this. From Africa to Asia, from rural churches to massive congregations in the U.S., Jimmy Swaggart is remembered not just as fiction. Many describe the news as devastating. Not it marked the nearing end of a voice that defined an entire era of faith. Toward the end of his message, Donnie Swaggart spoke words that felt like a for a man, but for a generation. My dad didn't just talk about faith. He lived it. Through success, through shame, through rebuilding. He never gave up. He stayed true to his calling. And now he's preparing to meet the God he served so boldly. Donnie asked for continued prayers, but also urged people to celebrate his father's life. Not with sadness alone, but with gratitude for all that he gave. The music, the ministry, the message. Though Jimmy Swaggart may soon pass from this life, his legacy is firmly planted in the hands of those he mentored, have stepped into leadership roles, ensuring that the mission of spreading the gospel continues. The Family Worship Center and Son Life Broadcasting Network are thriving, not because of the name alone, but because of the message. Hope through Jesus Christ, no matter how broken your past. As we await the inevitable, the reality settles in. We are witnessing the quiet end with whispered prayers and quiet tears. He may no longer speak, but his sermons are still echoing. He may no longer sing, but his voice still stirs the soul. This is the part of the story we never want to read. But it's also the part that reminds us what truly matters. Not the stage, not the spotlight, but the soul. And in that, Jimmy Swaggart has never been more alive. The world may, but the Spirit never says goodbye to a life lived in full surrender. Rise and serve with conviction. One thing is certain. This goodbye mattered.
And I know I'm his son, but I say this, and I am right.